Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my video. Alright, so I'm gonna do this video in response to a comment that I received with an issue. This gentleman has an issue with his 1996 Lincoln Town Car, and essentially the comment reads, "Car won't crank and seems like there's no power being sent through, but I have a brand new battery. Can't find any diagnostics without the car starting." First of all, I will try to answer this question, and if it's a 1996, I don't think an OBD2 scanner is in this vehicle. I think the OBD2 scanners started being introduced in vehicles from 98, I believe, but it's possible. I'm not sure the exact date, but even if it did start up, you would have an OBD1 and you could still read it, but it wouldn't be as easy. But aside from that, let me give you guys my take on this. Now, essentially, there's really not enough information for me to actually be specific about a fix to this problem, but I'm going to try to answer your issues, help you guys out with your issues if you guys drop a comment in the comment section, but be specific about it if you guys are going to do that. But anyway, car won't crank and seems like there's no power. I will assume that, well, I'm not going to assume. I don't know whether this vehicle has a slow crank or a no crank, but has electricity, or a no crank with no electricity. But in any case, I'm going to try to answer this both ways. All right, here's the thing. If you guys don't have a crank and you have electricity in the system, it's a crank. It's a no crank, no start, but you have electricity in the car. I'm not quite sure about this situation, considering he brings up that he has put in a new battery. I'm not quite sure whether he has no electricity or he does have electricity. But if you have a no crank situation, there's probably gonna be certain things that you're gonna be looking for. The fuse, the relay, the starter relay, the starter itself, possibly the battery. But more importantly, what people miss when they go to diagnose this issue with no crank, no start, and it could be the battery. Definitely clean your terminals. Definitely make sure that your terminal is tight. Definitely make sure that the cable that connects to the terminal ring, make sure that that terminal is that the wire connected to the terminal, make sure that it's connected. All right, make sure that's connected, that it's not loose, that the wire is not loose where it connects to the terminal. You want to wiggle it. You want to have somebody try to turn it and wiggle it. Wiggle the terminals. Make sure that it's not the terminals that's the problem. Tighten the terminals. Tighten the wire that connects to the ring terminal. I believe in these 1996 Lincoln cars, the cable itself is actually screwed onto the ring. A lot of times what happens is it becomes loose, and there's not enough electricity going to the car. There's not enough contact going from the battery to the terminal ring to the cables to start the car. You might have issues where you have no power, no crank, no start, maybe a slow crank, etc. That's what you guys want to look for. Secondly, you guys want to make sure that the negative cable, which is the ground cable, is firmly connected to the frame of the vehicle, and that there's no rust or any kind of fraying of the wire. That's very, very, very important. All right, if there's fraying of the wire, if there's any kind of corrosion, if it's loose for whatever reason, if it's cut off. I've seen situations where these cables are cut off because there's a rat infestation. The rat chewed up the cable becomes connected, and you have no power. All right, which leads me to the other scenario, because I'm not getting enough information from this comment to actually make a hard guess, a specific guess as to what caused the problem. I'm going to give you guys a generalization of what you guys want to look for in the situation. All right, so if you put in a new battery and you have no crank, no start, and no electricity, which is a huge, totally different situation, okay? If you guys have no electricity at all, as if there's no connection to a battery, nothing works. All right, first of all, you guys want to go back to what I said about the terminals and the wires and the negative cables. There's no reason for me to repeat that. All right, any of those things where it poses a situation where there's a disconnect between the wiring and the battery will cause a no connection between the battery and the car itself. There'll be no electricity going through the vehicle in this kind of situation. So you guys want to definitely check out the battery, but definitely check out the terminals. In this case, he has a brand new battery, so you want to check out the terminals. Check out the rings, the terminal rings, to make sure that they are clean. If they are not clean, a lot of people don't know that corrosion will cause a lot of electrical issues. It will cause any connection of electrical issues. You want to take a metal brush up the rings, brush up the inside of the rings, get rid of the corrosion, debris, pop it back on, make sure everything is tight, tighten everything up, and then try to start it. Wiggle the terminals a little bit, try to start it. Hopefully you get a situation where it's just that much of an easy fix. Outside of that, I don't believe that these Lincolns actually have a main fuse. I'm not 100% sure of that. If these Lincolns have a main fuse, you definitely want to make sure that that fuse is not blown. All right, if it does have a main fuse, I'm not quite sure about these 96s. If you guys don't know what a main fuse is essentially, sometimes it's on the terminals themselves, the positive terminals in most cases, but I don't think there's a positive terminal main fuse on the battery of these cars. I'm not quite sure about the fuse box, but I don't think there's a main fuse in these vehicles. But if there is, you definitely want to check out that fuse to make sure that fuse is not blown. If that fuse is blown, you're definitely gonna have a problem with any kind of electricity getting to the fuse box. The fuse box essentially is where the main electrical box for all the components, electrical components in your vehicle. Now, if you guys have the situation, just know that most of the time it's not mechanical. Particularly when you have a no power situation, it's not mechanical. If you have a no crank, no start, but you do have power, it might be the starter, but you might want to just check out everything to see what the problem is before actually changing out the starter. You might want to test out the starter. All right, so I hope this has helped you guys out. I'm probably going to do more videos like this in the future. If you guys want to help donate to this channel, definitely help donate to this channel. You guys could donate whatever you want. Hope this has helped you guys out. If you guys have any more questions, definitely leave a question in the comments section. Please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. If you guys want to add anything to this with the same situation, definitely drop a comment in the comment section. It might help somebody else out. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. All that good things. Appreciate your time. All right, guys. Take care.